Well, this is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, bringing you an update on the Supreme Court, ruling touching the Naira policy. Well, the Supreme Court on Wednesday earlier on today adjourned judgment in the new Naira policy suit to March 3rd, 2023. Well, quite a number of governors had created scenes as they were seen, telling citizens, their members, citizens of their states, to continue spending the old Naira notes because, and put that setting aside the address of the president stating that those Naira notes remain invalid, And now with the Apex Court's decision, Nigerians, especially consumers and business groups, as well as professionals and trade unions looking up to the Apex Court for a favorable judgment today that they expect will ameliorate their suffering will have to wait. Well, the Supreme Court had on February 8 restrained the federal government from implementation the February 10 deadline for swapping the old Naira notes with new ones, but the central bank refused to shift the deadline. Well, the injunction was sequel to a suit filed by Zamfara, Kogi, Kaduna state's government against the Attorney General of the Federation February 3rd, while other states including Lagos, Ondo, Ekiti, Kano, Sokoto, Ogun, Cross Rivers have also joined the suit as a co-plaintiff. While taking arguments on Wednesday, counsel for the federal government, Kanu Agabi, said the Supreme Court held that all reliefs are rooted in Section 20 of the CBN Act. He argued that the Apex Court has no jurisdiction to hear the suit as the action cannot commence with an originating summon. He also contended that the plaintiffs did not deem it fit to the CBN to court as a respondent, despite making reference to the Apex Bank 32 times in the originating summon, and despite the fact that 7 of the relief sought relate to the CBN. He asserted that Nigerians were already turning down the old notes, but weigh the president's directives, and that's true. People do not take the old notes anymore. In any case, that's on the way of respecting the president's directive. Agabi also asserted that by asking Nigerians to deposit their old Naira notes at the central bank designated centers, the president was abiding by the court order, and that Buhari is empowered under the constitution to veto any legislation. Well, this is coming from the Supreme Court now. People who felt that, let us I'm going to bring you updates. Let's see what these governors are going to say now when they with this particular development. Now let's know what they're going to say now, because the court itself had said that the president is abiding by what's the CBN. What the Supreme Court has said, and Buhari is empowered under the constitution to veto any legislation. We're going to bring you updates, and of course, please do feel free to drop a comment, make them simple and simple, because Nigerians will still have to wait, for till March 3rd to see what's going to come out of this. But then, till then, your old Naira notes remain invalid. In any case, we know that at least there will be no vote buying and all of that, at least to a very, very large extent. Let's see what the arguments will be henceforth. Thank you very much for watching. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV.